Welcome back. I'm your host, Yussef. This is the Monarchy Movement. This is going to be one hell of a ride. Follow us on this journey on the road to kingship.
Welcome to the Monarchy Movement, hosted by Yussef.
Welcome back, everybody. You got your host, Frankie D. Welcome back to the Monarchy Movement. I got a very special guest. This is one of my fellow kings. This is my boy, Alex Nasrallah.
How you doing, guys?
So let me tell you something, bro. When I called you earlier, I was trying to confirm the appointment, bro. You killed me, man. That voicemail killed me, bro. When I'm like, Alexander, I'm like, bro, you're pushing it. You're pushing. I'm takhina, man.
I have to, man. It looks professional, no? It's a nice, not everybody. My name is Skandar. That's my Arabic name, from back home. But here in Canada, not everybody knows how to say it. I actually get very, very frustrated when people say Iskander. So Alexander, it is what it is, and that's it. You know what I mean? Oh my God, yeah. You know what I mean?
I'm the same way, bro. Frankie, Yussef, they don't even mix. They're just fucking nicknames from back in the days.
Yeah. It's just something that we, growing up, that's what we saw. You know what I mean? That's what we heard. That's what we, so we grew with this name that everybody, in the streets.
I love that you started actually. No, I love that. that. I love how you let's go back. Let's go back, bro. I love that. All the way back in the days.
Oh, man.
Where'd you grow up, first of all? I want to know about you today.
I grew up in Ottawa South. So everybody knows about Ottawa. Everybody knows about Ottawa South, you know what I mean? A lot of
some issues,
a lot of tough talk people, a lot of gangs, but we kind of got away from that. We did our own thing, you know what I mean? But I have mad love for everybody out there that
100%.
I grew up with, you know what I mean?
100%.
A lot of boys doing their own thing too, so it's always nice, It's always nice to see people that we grew up with doing good and improving their lives. I love that,
man.
You know what I mean?
I love being able to see somebody succeed.
Oh man, it's great, bro.
I love it. Okay, your family owns Everest Locksmith.
Yeah,
right?
man. Shout out Everest Locksmith. You know what I mean? They I helped a lot there. They helped me out a lot there. You know what I mean? I grew up. My dad, uncles. You know what I mean? They opened that place up. I kind of stayed away from. I wanted to stay away from family business when I grew up. Growing up, I always heard that. It's hard, it's tough.
Was it though?
It was, but we got drawn to it when growing up.
So the rumors were true, huh?
Yeah. It's tough working, man. And a lot of people when we go over to each other and they say, and we tell them it's a family business, or it's like, how do you guys do it?
It's hard, man.
But eventually, you know what I mean? I give them big ups for everything that they taught me. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I'm at. You know what I mean? They're very on it. Very
Who's the owner?
Owner is actually, his name is Eli. He's my uncle.
Your dad's brother.
My dad's brother. He's the owner of it. But he, like I said, man, if it wasn't for him, he had actually the vision. He came in. He actually from back home. He was. He did his thing. You know what I mean? He had. He learned it from his father-in-law. And it comes naturally. For my dad, for my uncles, it came naturally. It's in their blood that they're able to handy, man. You know what I mean?
Was that a hard thing to do though? It's obviously not just you're not just replacing locks and opening car doors. Obviously, you guys are doing more than that.
There's
right? Security systems.
Yeah. There's security systems. There's cars. Cars was a big thing, man. People that needed car keys. A lot of people don't want to go to the dealers. You know what I mean? Right. A lot of people just want to keep it in. We all know dealers. When you're going into a dealership, you're going to get raped.
100%.
You know what I mean? It's not.
You're getting it right up there.
Exactly. So that was it. But again, like I said, very grateful. Actually, they just got into. They're doing handicap door closers for people. I know that's a big thing going on in Ottawa too.
Nice.
Man, I was just in Florida. They don't have any type of handicap door closers.
We're not talking about, bro. Listen, man, it's auto minus 40 fucking thousand degrees, and you come and tell you have a tan on. I'm white as shit. I look like a ghost. And you're gonna come tell me about Florida.
Man, like you just go there. It's just a whole different vibe. You know what I mean? You're just
you want to laugh? You want to laugh?
Tell me what's up.
I've never left Ontario.
You're crazy.
Never. I swear to God.
You gotta, man. You know what I mean?
I swear to God.
When you, it's like when
Jay,
you've
ever left Ontario?
Only 1 or 2 times.
That's it.
Where'd you go?
And we're not even talking Quebec, bro. We're not talking Montreal. That doesn't even count. I've never left. I've went to Lebanon when I was 10. I don't remember any. All I remember is the donkeys. Because we're from the village,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
I remember the donkey. I remember the couple cows, and they had the mule. Bro.
Oh.
And I saw them hunting shit. I've never left anywhere else. I've actually went to the States one time, and that was for one of those. Do you remember ACN?
ECN?
ACN. All Communications. It was one of they called it a pyramid scheme.
Oh, there's many pyramid schemes growing up, man. But like, I don't really remember that ACN as much.
So I went there, bro. I remember they took us to Charlotte, North Carolina. It's the only time I've ever gone. And I went to Black Friday. All this shit doesn't count. I've never gone to Florida, chilled for a week, 2 weeks. I go to Charlotte, North Carolina. I still remember they said it was the worst snowstorm in American history.
Oh,
I had a snowstorm, bro.
In North Carolina?
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
We're pulling up. The bus broke down. The defroster doesn't work. He wants to wait for, I don't know, I guess CAA for Greyhounds to pull up to fix the bus. We're like, no. There's no way. We've already been on this piece of shit for 26 hours. Bro, we took our debit cards and we started cleaning the windshield from inside. We're like, yo, drive.
We gotta
He's
keep
a
going.
gangster. Shout out to that Greyhound bus driver. Whoever you are, bro. Gangster driver, man.
No, man, that's crazy.
Bro, we get there. Everybody, I shit you not, is in a parka, bro. I walk outside. I'm like, oh my God, it's summer here, bro.
Yeah, man.
I take off my jacket. People are looking, you guys are crazy. What are you doing? It's freezing out here. I'm like, bro, this is summer. This is our Miami, bro. What are you talking about?
I felt like that. Here, I'll tell you something. I actually drove down there this time. So
how long of a drive is that?
it's a 25-hour drive. So I wake up early in the morning. You know what I mean? I actually went with my mom, dad, and my wife. We were on the road by 4 o'clock. We drove straight till about 6:30 in the evening. 7
Really?
o'clock.
Wow.
We drove. Like, we'd stop, obviously, for gas and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Obviously.
But, like, I went through it. I went through Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York, South Carolina, Maryland, North Carolina, Georgia. Bro.
Bro,
I went, like, it was something else, man.
I would be that guy in the back seat being like, are we there yet?
Are we there yet?
I can't be in a
At
car.
one point, I'm just like, are we there yet? But, like, I gotta fly next time, man.
Honestly, I was about to say, have you ever flown? Like, is this the first time you guys have been there?
No. I've been there many times, actually. We have family have a place down there.
Keep rubbing it in, eh?
But
Killing me here,
there's
bro.
a place there. Shout out to my uncle Eli.
Shout out Eli, you're the best, bro.
I'm good.
Hey, man, get me in there too, bro,
But yeah, so we're blessed, like able to go down there, spend some time, you know what I mean, and just relax, like especially in this business, you know what I mean. You need time for yourself. I tell everybody that works a hard labor job, you need to relax, because if you do not take time for yourself, you're not like investing in it. You have to invest into yourself, into your own body, you know what I mean? Because that's what's if your brain's not functioning, your body's not functioning. And if your body, it just doesn't make any sense, you know what I mean? So just literally, please, anybody out there, that thinks work, that's it, 24/7. No, resting is a key point.
But you're different, bro. You don't just do the hard labor.
No,
You're doing the estimating.
Oh man,
You're doing the phone calls. You're doing the sales. It's not just labor, because at least, labor is intensive. I respect every blue collar worker. Well, obviously, we're in these industries, right?
Yeah, man, 100%.
Honestly, I give it up to them 100%. Grueling whether you're out there trying to do your job, whether it's interior, exterior, doesn't matter. But if you're also doing the sales, it's taking a big mental toll on you.
Oh yeah.
As well. So you're doing it from 5, 6 in the morning. But you know what? Let's go back a little bit, bro. Because obviously you weren't always into Everest locksmith, and you weren't always doing contracting.
No, actually.
Let's talk about Ottawa South growing up a little bit. You know what I mean? Let's show some love to everybody.
Love Ottawa South, you know what I mean?
Well,
Shout out Trapper Park, you know what I mean?
Is that where you were?
We grew up a lot around there, you know, South Keys area.
So where did you originally, when you were growing up? What was your neighborhood?
My
Because
neighborhood?
now I know where you live now.
I grew up around Saint Laurent Walkley, so we're talking like around Russell area.
Russell area.
You know what I mean?
What school did you go to?
I went to, actually, my elementary school was Hawthorne Public School.
What about high school?
High school, I actually went to a couple. I went to Hillcrest.
Lovecrest must have been nice.
It was nice, you know what I mean?
Good times.
It was good times, you know. Like Lebanese people were kind of getting our way, you know. We're making our way into, you know.
We definitely made our way in. That's for sure.
But that I stayed there, I think, till grade 10 or 11. Got into some stuff.
Some altercations,
you know, stuff like that, and then ended up doing my own thing. But I ended up going to Canterbury. Then I finished eventually at another school. But
you never.
I was just never like, I didn't care for school, bro. I never cared for like just the type of learning that we learned there, man. You know what I mean? It's just like, what am I gonna use pi, like, you know what I mean, like some of the scientific you know, algorithms or whatever it is, like we're talking
even some
pi, and honestly I don't even remember half the time, bro,
because you weren't even there half the time, bro. You're like me.
So
you know, I think the same way as you, bro. Honestly, I found, you know what, if they actually were able to engage with financial literacy and stuff, you know what's crazy is, why don't they teach you how to do taxes? I know they're implementing things now and they've changed it now. But what took so long? Bro, I don't care about geography, no offense.
Yeah.
I don't care where Yukon is, and I don't care about, you know, sure, they're all in the, you know, they're Canadian territories, Yellowknife, whatever. I don't care for all that. Mm-hmm. What about financial literacy? What about my taxes? What about, you know, credit? How come they never talk about credit? Never talked about it. I wish I knew about credit when I was young.
You know what's funny? It's crazy. I was sitting down with my wife actually a couple of years ago, and we were doing our taxes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I don't, like, this is what they should be teaching us in high school. You know, this is what they should be prepping us for. Instead, they're telling us about history, like about geography, like you're some, you know, like.
No offense, never used a petri dish after I've left chemistry class.
You know what I mean? Like
school.
what? Dissecting a frog, you know what I mean? Or whatever it is that we were dissecting. Like, okay, sure, you know, like.
I don't even hunt, bro. I go to Subway.
You know what I
order my footlongs. You know?
So it's like, what are we doing at that point? You know, so it just wasn't for me. You know what I mean? Nothing. Like everybody learns differently. That's what I find. You know 100%. What I mean? So you got people that are book smart. They'll sit there and whatever, but they won't even know how to use a screwdriver, for instance. So that's
you're more than book smart, bro.
That's where we differentiate, you know. Where we're a lot of oh, you were, how are you doing so well when you didn't go to school? Well, it wasn't all about school, you know what I mean. And it's not always about being book smart in order to excel in life, you know what I mean, or to do something, you know. Like
out of all your skills, what was the most important skill that you took in today? Let's be honest.
Like
you weren't always doing construction.
No, man.
Listen, you weren't always doing tiling. What helped you build your business?
I'll tell you something. I'm very ambitious, man. I'm nosy. I like to if somebody's doing something, I like to know what's going on, how it's being done. You know what I mean? And I'm a people person. You know what I mean? I love interacting with people. I just love meeting different people. You know what I mean? And just it always like came naturally to me, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? So it's like,
so just sales was one of your most crucial aspects of being able to start this business?
Oh man,
because I talk about it all the time.
More than ever. I'll tell you something. I sold cars. So
for who?
I sold car for Delari.
You know, at some point you disappeared for like a couple of years. I never saw you for like a couple of years.
Yeah, I disappeared.
So that was during the Delari days?
Yeah, I think that was more during the Delari days. I was just doing my own thing at that point. You know what I mean? I was getting out of the nonsense that I was into before.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just trying to better my life and just, you know, shout out to actually a real estate agent. He's now a real estate agent, but his name is Ken Tripp. He actually taught me a ton about sales. You know what I mean? How
was he working with your dealership?
Like he was actually my GM at the time. You know what I mean? And I came in new, but he saw something in me that I didn't even see in myself, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
That's amazing.
So he was a douchebag, you know, to everybody. He was a douchebag to everybody.
Sure.
But for some reason, like he had like a soft spot for me, you know what I mean? He would actually come out, he would like help me out during the sale. And, you know, he would take me in and he'd tell me, okay, let's approach it on this kind of, okay, do this, do that, you know what I mean? And I took in a lot from that. You know, so you
have that effect on people, though.
You know, I try. You know, I think everybody tells me my smile, but
the fucking $1 million smile.
It's a warming thing. You know what I mean?
It's working, man. Let it keep working. You know.
So like, I just I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful for everything that's come my way, and more to come. You know.
You know, I'm very proud of you, bro. That you're able to leave everything behind and.
Oh man, it's tough.
You know, it's crazy. I remember back in those times, bro, you know, it's like as if because obviously you come from a rough neighborhood. Like you started off in rough neighborhoods. Even when I grew up, I came out of Shillington, bro. I was right beside Hooper and Caldwell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the second you start leaving everything behind to try to better your life, everybody starts to look at you different. Oh, he changed. Oh, he's not real. He's fake.
Mm-hmm.
But realistically, who was the fakest ones around at that time? The ones that were still there.
Yeah, and the ones that are still there right now.
You know,
what I mean?
So it's like as if they were just being I commend anybody leaving and trying to always better their lives, because it's a very hard thing to do. It's a very hard thing to do, especially when you grow up and the only thing you know is this environment, you know?
That's true. You know what I mean? That's true. And like I'm telling you, I lost a lot of friends, man, after like it's not that, it's just like we grew apart. You know what I mean?
You want different things.
You know, like the thing is like we got married, you know, when I'm working, when I first started my business, like it's like go. You know,
when did you get married?
2016.
Wow, it's been that long since you've been married,
It's been a while, I know. I was actually talking to my wife. I'm like, it's been, you know, that long?
7 years you've been married.
And she's like, wow, like it's time is flying by, man. You know what I mean?
That's incredible.
And that's another thing. Time is flying by. So every day you think you got time, you don't. You need to do something with your life now if you want to, rather than later. Shout out to all the young bucks out there that want to keep saying tomorrow, you know, until tomorrow, next tomorrow, I'll start something tomorrow. No, start it now.
That's right.
Start it now.
That's right.
Because tomorrow's it's not promised. You
Bro,
know
a good plan today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean?
Just got to start somewhere.
Yeah, man. It's for sure. Talk about you. What's going on? Like,
first of all, I want to know how you got. I'll tell you my story, but I want to know how you got into contracting. First of all, great name. Fantastic. That's great SEO, by the way.
Yeah, there you go.
100%. Yao.
Yeah.
So where did you come up with his name?
Okay, so I live not too far from the airport here in Ottawa.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in my backyard one day. I'm like, I want to do something. I don't know what I want to do, you know, but I want to do something, but I need a name. I'm sitting in my backyard, wife's in the garden. I see a truck pass by and it has Yao Airport. I've been looking actually online, by town taken. Ottawa, what is it? Capital, whatever taken. You know what I mean? Everything's taken.
Super popular names.
So it just clicked. I'm like, yeah, everybody knows Ottawa, even abroad, because of YOW. You know what I mean? It's like a code. Obviously, everybody knows.
No, very good.
You know, so.
But what do you do exactly? So might as well let's talk about.
What I do. I do general contracting. I actually specialize in flooring. So I take on bathrooms. I take on kitchens. I take on drywall. I take on mudding.
What kind of flooring?
You know, like ceramic.
Flooring, there's a lot.
Ceramic, porcelain. You know what I mean? I have LVT floors. LVP floors. Whatever flooring it is, I got. You know what I mean? I do. So
Drywall tape, mud.
Exactly. Drywall tape. That came after though. You
Right.
know what I mean? So I started doing the flooring
That's right.
and then everything came easy after. You know what I mean? Because I go in, I take a look at the job, and you know, me being who I am, like a friendly guy, this, and people like my, you know,
Smile.
my energy, you know.
I
So
love the smile, huh?
and I tell them, oh, I got somebody for you. I got somebody for you. You know what I mean? So we just, and I started from there. I started building building relationships with people. You know what I mean? Shout out to my plumber, Latin plumber. You know what I mean? His name is Jonathan. Also, shout out to my other plumber, KG Plumbing. You know what I mean? That guy's great. But
do you do cabinets and countertops or anything like that?
I have a guy for that. You know, I have a couple of guys for that. I just sub out. But nothing, you know, like usually a lot of people tend to go to somebody they know for that. You know, I just go in, I have the vision. Okay, this is what we can do. I haven't gone into cabinetry and all that yet.
Very good.
But that could be the
I
next
feel
step.
like, you know what, for cabinetry, I feel like those guys, you have to have your own machines.
Yeah, 100%.
A CNC machine, make your own cabinets. Honestly, I feel like a lot of them. My sister just did her kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
We did well, when I say we, bro, you know, my brother-in-law and whoever else, they did the job, right? The team did the job to finish her kitchen and all that.
Yeah.
And we got quotes for cabinets, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it was insane. They were very close.
Mind blowing.
But just the cabinetry itself were like well over 20K, but that was for like each. And they're all MDF anyways. There was nothing special about them.
So you're not even getting any
So
anything.
but maybe the guy that's actually creating the cabinets has a very good margin.
For
Very
sure,
good
they
margin.
must. You know what I mean? Like, cabinetry's always made money in it. You know what I mean? I never understood how something like MDF could have such a big markup when you're going in. But
Everybody was talking bad about IKEA kitchens back in the days. They are a good kitchen. You can't even hate on their kitchen. Oh, it's MDF. This is X, Y, and the third premium.
Yeah.
And then now everything is turned into IKEA kitchens, what still lasted lifetimes. Anyways,
My mother-in-law, I installed actually one not long ago. She renovated her whole kitchen. We installed IKEA cabinetry. It's been 6 years now? Beautiful. Still beautiful. Nothing. Like there's no problems. They'll last another 10 years, last another 15 years. What? Change them up.
100%.
You know what I mean? That's just, you know, you buy cabinetry, it's for 15, 20 years. It gets out of dated. You have to switch it up. You know what I mean? Or something.
What kind of challenges are you facing right now in your business?
Nobody wants to work. Nobody wants to work. Everybody's just wants to make money easy. Just get on a computer or get on a TikTok, make a YouTube, whatever it is, and just they want to get rich like that.
And what kills me about that, its success ratio is so small. But where is everybody, bro?
Where, man?
I've been dying to know ever since the pandemic, where did they all go?
Like, what's going on? I used to see a ton of YouTubers, you know what I mean, going around and like maybe we stepped away from it, you know what I mean, and we don't see it as much as we think. But I feel like man, the other day there was a guy, a YouTuber, he goes around to toughest neighborhoods in the United States.
What an idiot! I've seen this.
You've seen this guy?
Unbelievable.
He was in St. Louis. You know what I mean? And you should see the people he's interviewing, bro. I'm like, the guy is gonna get shot. You know what I mean? And they're carrying AK-47s in the video. You know what I mean? Crazy. It's like, are you mad?
It's crazy.
You know, how about a guy and they're pointing at the cameraman? Like the guy comes up, he's like, please don't. Let's say
bro, what do you mean? They had a crisis when that Kiki song came out. They were jumping out of the cars doing the dances on the highways.
Oh my God.
All for what, bro? It's insane. You know what? I'll watch somebody that has great content. You know what? When I was starting the podcast, one person that really motivated me into doing the podcast, you know what? Something I wanted to do for a long time. A long time. But I was watching a lot. I don't know if you watch Patrick Bet David.
Patrick
Bet David. Absolute legend. I bought his book. Anybody that's listening right now, I highly recommend Your Next 5 Moves by Patrick Bet David. Wow. Incredible.
Talk to me more about him.
I love Patrick Bet David. I don't know much. I don't care much about the politics side because some of his show has something to do with. He has a valuetainment channel.
Okay.
And it's all about entrepreneurship, you know, leadership skills, stuff like that. Honestly, phenomenal.
That's
the only thing that bothers me about today's era, right? You have your own business,
of course,
right? We have our own business,
of course.
What really bothers me in today's age, right, is everybody wants to talk about, oh, I'm self-employed, I'm an entrepreneur. We're all about that life.
Oh yeah,
100%. We've always been about that life.
what's
However
crazy,
it was, we've been there.
Yeah.
Okay. What really bothers me in today's time is all the people that are working for you, like they don't get credit. And what I mean by that is this. A lot of these people that are working for you are building your dream, right? They're your team. Whether they want to risk it all and go do it themselves or not, it's not your business.
That's true.
Them working and helping you build your business is your business. So every single person out there that, you know, all they talk about is entrepreneurship. I watch these stupid videos nowadays.
Yeah.
And they hate on the guy that's working a 9 to 5.
But you need that 9 to 5
If he wasn't
guy.
working for your 9 to 5, if he wasn't doing the 9 to 5 for your business, where would you be? I can't stand that anymore. Right?
No, you have to.
I can't stand
You have
that.
to be grateful for everybody, man. You know what I mean? Who cares if the guy's, let's say, mopping floors or doing whatever
Good for
he's
him.
doing? Good for him. At least he's mopping the floors. You know what I mean?
We need him.
You know how many times I walk downtown? You should see when I was down in Florida. Like everybody's on the streets sleeping, man. Like you know what I mean? Like it's sad down there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even here, like Ottawa. When did Ottawa become the way it is right now? Man, you see people passed out on the downtown.
You know, I'll actually tell you something. Speaking of that, actually, what happened is a lot of places that are like around the area in the valley, like Perth and everywhere.
Yeah.
They're at capacity. So what do is they tell them, from what I've heard, don't quote me on this. They say we're gonna send you on the shelter bus and we'll send you to the Ottawa Mission or whatever.
And they just
I don't know who these people are. They just pick them up. They get here and they toss them. That's wild, bro.
Bro, I had people panhandling like every single corner here. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
wild. That's wild.
I don't mind giving sometimes, you know, a couple bucks here and there, but it's just like, okay, like I'm survive. You know, everybody's survive. Everybody's doing what they got to do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure you can go find a job somewhere. You know, like everybody's hiring. You know,
we're all hiring.
Right. That's my biggest pet peeve. You know what I mean? It's like I'm trying to find a decent laborers. You know what I mean? But they come, they work. As soon as they feel the pressure, they're gone.
It kills me. It kills me.
It's like what kind of world do people think like it just doesn't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense to me. I've always talked to people about this. I've told, and they're just like, I don't know.
Let me ask you this: your father's a wise man.
Mm-hmm.
Did they never teach you that you have to take the good, the bad, the ugly?
Of course.
I don't understand that at all. It's the same issue across the board, bro. It's unbelievable. There's so many times that we'll start a project, you know. The current people that I have right now are incredible. I have to praise my team. Whoever's still here is absolutely incredible. We have a lot of people still left. But it's insane how last year, even the poaching, everything got so dirty. Everything got so dirty. And the craziest part is the people that got poached now are miserable. If something is too good to be true, man, it's because probably most of the time it is.
Oh, that's true.
And we're not paying a bad wage here. We're paying incredible wages here. Incredible wages. But when you have people coming up to you and say, hey, you know what? Give me $60 an hour.
You know, like how
$60 an hour for doing what? For cleaning, for laboring my site?
That's ridiculous.
I had
you know
a guy,
I mean?
I shit you not, I couldn't believe it. For one of my siding crews, he comes and tells me $50 an hour. I swear, Alex, zero experience, zero.
$50 an hour.
I
He makes
won't
more than
work-
the siding installer.
Bro, they making more than government officials, bro. What $50? What $50 an hour? You have no experience.
So obligated.
I've
man.
had
so obligated, bro.
It's nuts. I have the office staff here, right? They're the ones that go on. They go on Indeed, Kijiji, whatever. We have ads everywhere, right?
Of course.
And some of these people, I shit you not, they have no experience in that particular industry. Sure, they might have some construction. Listen, if you put on drywall, doesn't mean you know how to flash around windows. I've been talking all day. I can't even speak anymore. If you're taping and mudding, you know what? Maybe your skills are transferable if you want to do stucco, because you're using a trowel. But that has nothing to do about flashing around windows, capping, all this other stuff.
No,
and then they're telling us, no, unless you're going to give me minimum 25. okay, you know what? Let me see. And then you say, let me see your work. How many times you'll book an interview and they won't even show up? Has that ever happened to you?
Tons.
It's disgusting.
Tons.
Guys, if you have the common decency of at least just calling the person and saying, hey, you know what? I know you're sitting there like a stooge on your chair waiting for me to come in. I know you're incredibly busy and you have a billion things on the go, you know?
Common courtesy, bro.
I'm not interested. Or when you hired, bro, Alex, ask you this. How many times you hired somebody?
They say they're coming?
And they said, please tell me.
So they say they're coming.
Tell me.
You get to the job site, you're relying on this person to come and be there, and you've dedicated already time and money for setting everything up. You get there, gone. You didn't even show up. You don't even know where is this person? You get a phone call 2 days. That's if you're lucky. You get a phone call in 2 days.
You get and the funny part is, and then you get the texts the day of, the morning of, or the night before. Hey, sorry, I found another opportunity. Well, you just found out Sunday night at 9 p.m.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? It's crazy. This market is crazy. But you know what? Let's be honest. How great has it treated you other than that?
Man, it's been a learning curve, man. Like, I'm telling you, I'm much happier. You know what I mean? Anybody that says, you know, don't take risks in life, like, I'll tell you my story. My wife was making good dough.
Very good.
I decided to take a leap of faith from where I was working and go and try something different. You know what I mean? Yeah. I took a pay cut because I was already established. I was working 6 years, 7 years. Again, I'll bring it up. It was family again. I was working, with family, but I didn't feel it anymore. I didn't have that, it's like, if you don't wake up excited about the day, there's something wrong with your day. There's something wrong with your whole lifestyle in general. You know what's going on. So I didn't feel that anymore. So it's like, I think at that point in my journey, I think I was ready to take a leap of faith to do something. You know what I mean? Even if it took taking a pay cut, which I did, you know what I mean? I went and actually shout out to Hadi Nabulsi, you know what I mean? He actually took me in. He actually helped me out. He taught me a lot about flooring and all that, especially tiling.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean?
Doing that Flip Masters or whatever.
Yeah, he's doing Flip Masters. You know what I mean?
Hadi's a great guy, though.
Yeah, great guy. You know what I mean? So he taught me a lot, and then just at that point, I just ended up just branching off, and I started doing my own thing on the side. You know what I mean? And it just worked out for what it was. You know, and you know what's crazy? At that time, I was working with him, and then my wife took a fall, like something happened at her work. You know what I mean?
Oh, she had an accident.
So no, it's not even that. It's just like she got let go.
No.
So I'm sitting there looking at, I'm getting paid what? At that time, I'm getting paid $17-18 an hour. We got a mortgage. We got a car. We got bills to pay. You know what I mean? We got things to do. You know, it's like I felt pressure, man. You know what I mean? And she felt the pressure as well. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, doors started opening up for me. Okay, got a truck here. Got on advertising. Got on speaking to people. Got out there. You know what I mean? I actually went to here in the city. They're called Argos. I started working out with them at one point. You know what I mean? They were helping me. They were giving me commercial stuff.
I love Andre.
You know what? Andre, yeah. He's great.
This building is this building that we're in is his actually.
No way.
He's my landlord.
That's crazy, man. You know what I mean?
And Momo.
Yeah, yeah, man. And then Alex is great. You know what I mean? Yeah. But what else? Sorry, lost my train of thought. But
yeah, they felt the pressure.
Yeah, man. I felt the pressure. You know, so I was like, what do I do, man? You know what I mean? So I took that leap of faith. It's like everything happens for a reason in life, you know what I mean? It's all about perspective. I could have looked at it, been like, oh no, I got to go back to my other job, you know what I mean? I got to get back to what I was doing before. No, it didn't happen. I didn't do that. I pushed myself, you know what I mean? And I'm telling you, I was about 240 pounds, bro.
I was going to say you lost mad weight, man.
I was 240 pounds. By the end of that year, when I maybe lost 35 pounds, man, 40 pounds of just because I was go. Just
So you were a big health buff at some point, eh?
sorry, like I was all
Did
about
you become like about you?
Yes,
Yeah, I saw
yes.
some of your videos.
Actually, I'll be honest with you. I'm actually now vegetarian. I don't eat meat at all.
Good.
I
got forced into it, bro. I have gout. I can't even
you know, you got it. Actually, yeah, but my dad has gout too.
bro,
Man.
I was 25 when I got it. I'm like,
Wait,
man,
tell me,
what
hit
kind of...
from your leg. It's
Yeah, from my foot, bro.
You ever feel it going up across?
No. Does your dad?
Yeah, so he felt
terrible.
it near the fibula, like around the fibula.
Yeah.
And gout is caused. Everything starts. Every kind of disease. I'm not trying to get into healthy or whatever.
Get into health, man.
But every kind of disease starts from the stomach, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. So what you ingest, there's always a cause and effect, right?
That's right.
So whatever people say, oh, where does disease come from or whatever? Oh, it's genetics. Well, no, it starts from your stomach, because when you ingest something, there's a cause, right? You're ingesting, and then there's the effect of what you're ingesting. You know what I mean? So when you're sitting there drinking Coke every single day, or Pepsi, or whatever it is, you know what I mean? You feel it. Maybe you might not feel it right away. You will feel it down the road. You know what I mean?
100%.
And it's just something.
Gut health is huge.
Yeah, 100%. My wife is a healer herself, man. You know,
Very good.
so you can go on my page. She posts all the time about her health journey. You should seen the list of things she was allergic to.
Oh, really?
A list.
Wow.
She eats every single thing on that list.
That's amazing.
Now she healed herself just from her diet.
Really?
That's how crazy.
That's
it is.
incredible.
Yeah.
Obviously not taking any vitamins.
No.
Or, like, was it all holistic? Or?
Everything herbal. Everything herbs.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Does she take capsuled vitamins?
Like she'll take no capsule vitamins. Literally just she's a fruitarian. So I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
No.
So fruitarians, they just live off living foods. You know what I mean? Nothing dead, no dead carcass, no dead stuff like that.
That's interesting.
Just like that. And she's like, my wife.
Man, that must be dedication.
Man, like she is dedicated, man.
It's incredible.
It's crazy, man. She went from being every month at the doctor's, prescribing her pills, man, like antibiotics, and oh, you have an infection. She's like, what's going on here, man? You know what I mean? And then at one point, she got diagnosed with a little, like I think, what is it called? A fever, like something in the chest. We kind of got scared, like a benign, like, or it ended up being benign. It was nothing,
right.
You know what I mean? But that's how things started.
That was the one opened her eyes.
That was what changed it, you know what I mean? That was like okay, whoa. What's going on here?
I don't believe in coincidences, eh?
Bro, and like it is crazy.
That's
it's crazy. Doors opened up. It was, it just, we all went on, like if I can show you, if I can take you're a fly on a wall throughout my life, during that time, especially during my marriage, you'd be like, whoa, like where, like a complete 180, man.
That's insane.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Why wouldn't I want to be there?
You know what I mean? Like it was crazy. Like it's a film.
You know what drives me nuts is whenever people come up to me, because back in the days, I've known you for a long time. I've known you when you had hair, bro.
I know.
That's
man.
a
Shout
long
out no
time.
hair right now,
what I mean? Ball gang,
Oh, we're bald now.
Look at that's fresh. But how about I tell you, the crazy part is back in the days, I was crazy into fitness until I had my accident in 2015, and then that wiped me out for a few years. What used to always drive me mad into today is when people come up to you and be like, "Hey Frankie," or "Hey Alex, how do you lose weight quick? Why does everything have to be quick? Why can't none of you guys work hard?
Work hard for
if
something,
everybody
bro.
can have this, then why would it be desirable? Why would it be if something is difficult, it's desirable.
That's true.
When you attain it. If it's not and everybody has it, it's supply and demand.
Yeah, you're right.
It's insane. Nobody's willing to put in the work anymore.
Everybody is just so focused on. Everybody's so focused. Go. Bro, we're running on stimulants. Like it's like like think about it. We drink coffee every single day. People that drink coffee every single day, it's that stimulant on its own. The body creates its own stimulant. Like it has a natural but as soon as you start feeding it something else, it completely.
Are you a coffee drinker?
No, I used to be. I'll be honest with you. I used to smoke a ton too. I used to smoke a ton of cigarettes.
When'd you quit that?
I'll tell you. I was working at a job site.
Yeah.
I was actually with one of my cousins. His name is Nick, and he was helping me out. And It was actually out in Greeley. I walked outside. I went to the car. I just was feeling off a bit. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, okay, let's go. I'll go outside, have a cigarette, take a little break. You know?
No.
I went and had a cigarette. Something immediately like just I felt like ass, man. You know what I mean? I went back in to finish up the wall that I'm working on. I look at my cousin. I'm like, start cleaning up right now, man. Like I do not. I'm drained. Like
what do you feel?
My energy was completely drained, man. Like I just felt like
shit.
Like shit, bro. Straight up. I got home. I looked at my wife. I told her, "See this pack? I crushed it in front of her. I'm never gonna smoke this. I'm never gonna smoke this stuff ever again."
Just like that.
And ever since, I haven't touched it. And it's actually been a year.
Because you were a chain smoker, man.
Yeah, man. Like I smoked a lot. I'll be honest with you. Like, well, we like to, the type of person I am. I like to live. You know what I mean? Like I like to go out. I used to love going out. You know what I mean? Like grabbing a couple of drinks here, a couple of cocktails. Just enjoying life.
You're living.
So as that's happening, you pick up the habit. You pick up the habit, right?
100%. I started off with cigarellos, bro.
Oh my god!
And then I got converted. And then he's like, "Try this, man. It's smoother." I don't know why. I tried it. This guy's name is Charlie. I wish I could see him right now. Like all those years of bad lungs, bro.
Jeez,
I have the dumbest story on how I quit cigarettes.
How?
Once my mind, if I get so pissed off at something, my mind closes. I become so hard-headed and stubborn.
Good.
That's it. I'm done with it. You know what I mean?
That's good, bro.
I worked for 3 days. I used to work taxi. I was trying to help out my dad.
Mm-hmm. I remember actually you doing that.
I was trying to help out my dad, man. I felt bad. I love my dad. My dad's the man. My dad's a legend, the greatest father in the world. I'm not knocking anybody's fathers out.
No.
My dad, I remember he used to work from 6 a.m. till 2 a.m, 6 days a week. And he was a cab driver. He used to work at the airport, right?
Oh, wow.
And he was there since 1979. And we never saw my dad growing up, but Saturdays was Baba days. And what I loved about my dad is my dad wakes up in the morning. It's Baba day. Everyone starts running. There's 4 of us.
Yeah.
Right? We're all happy or, having a great time. And then I just saw it. My mom's amazing. Honestly, man. Our mothers, they don't build them like that anymore. They don't build them. First of all, imagine your husband works 20 hours a day. You barely see him. My mom sometimes used to go to sleep at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, just to wake up at 2 a.m, just to see him, to get his lunch ready for him, and have so he can sit down and have a meal.
You don't see that stuff no
You'll
more,
never hear the stuff anymore,
no,
man. Or if you do, it's super rare.
Oh yeah.
Or they say, it's misogynistic to say. My mother's an amazing woman. There's nobody that has anything on my mother. God bless everybody's mothers. Yeah. She did an amazing job raising 4 kids, 8 grandkids.
She must be super proud of you. I'll tell you that much. You know what I mean?
I won't lie to you. Yesterday, I had to mute myself on the phone. My mom was telling me a story about one of her friends' kids, and then she started saying, "Oh, obviously you can change your life. Look at my son. Look what he's doing now. He does this, he does that. I take care of them too." And she's like, "How can a mother not be proud of you?" I'm like, "Mom, you believe that?" She's like, "I'm so proud of you." I had to mute myself. Wallah, I started tearing up, man. I'm like, what?
That's it.
It killed me. That's what I've been wanting to hear my mother say that. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But our fathers, I want to go back to that stupid cigarette story. I felt bad. The whole point was I felt bad. My dad worked hard. My mom's a G. We call her General Waffles.
Oh, there you go.
You know what I mean? Her name is Wafat,
Yeah, General Waffles.
Waffles.
I see that.
She's like 4'9", but she'll knock out Mike Tyson. There
you go.
Don't try it with my mother, Mike Tyson. You'll have the whole family after you. But
that risk game.
Yeah, so I felt bad for my mom because I'm like, man, he's been doing this for so many years. My dad won't take a break. Bro, our dad's always saying the same shit. Baba, take a break. What are you doing? Baba, what do you want me to do? There's bills to pay. Bro, you can sit down for a day, man. You're self-employed.
That's what it is.
But obviously they're just workhorses, man.
I still have these conversations with my father. I try to tell him, like, it's important for you to rest. You know what I mean? Like, you need to rest. Like we were just talking about the gout, all that stuff. You know what I mean? If you keep pushing, like you'll be limping going to work, bro.
My dad just stopped working now.
And
because he's like, I physically can't do it anymore, and he's in his 70s, bro. I can't even get an 18-year-old to come labor. My dad's still working up.
yeah,
to
man,
70s.
that's how crazy
Isn't
it is.
that nuts?
It just shows you. Actually, who was it? I actually see it all over the Instagram when they say, you know what I mean, when you come from, you know, like a tough life, you do something with yourself, and then when somebody's, let's say, we made it, let's say, and our kids are sitting here, you know, like privileged, and you know, like they don't see that tough time, so they're just like, they don't, like, it just, how do I say it, man? They just they're just fed with a silver, spoon fed. You know what I mean? So like, how do you expect something to come out of that? You know what I mean?
It's crazy that you're saying that, because I said something before on one of my last episodes, and I said I had a conversation with my father-in-law, and I said, why do you give your kids everything that they wanted?
Yeah.
Whatever they asked. If I remember I went to my dad one time after I had my car accident, and I didn't have no money.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, Dad, give me $20. Where am I gonna get the $20 from? Where do you want the $20? Where? I said, Dad, I gave you every penny I ever made, bro. I came in with savings, I left it that. You give me the $20. Why do you need the $20? I need it for tambak, bro. I want to smoke shisha.
Yeah.
I want to smoke hookah. Don't start a habit you can't afford, bro.
No, there you go. You
but
know,
I told my father-in-law, and the guy does extremely well, right? He's honestly I'd say a definition of a go-getter. Like, that guy does not stop. Even in the worst of healths, this guy's still trying to do something. And I told him, why don't you teach your kids that? Why is the formula not passed on? I don't understand that.
It doesn't
anymore.
make sense, man.
You know what I mean? Because the thing is the struggle and the grind builds resilience and strength. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So why aren't we teaching that as a lesson? But hold on, let me go back to the smoking story. I never even finished that story. It's such a stupid story, I have to say it. So my dad, I said, I'll start working with him. And I remember there was a day, it was winter, the charter flights are coming in, Cancun, whatever. It's all these stuff, right? And I worked for 3 days straight, bro. I finally get home. I remember while I was going home, I got pulled over, bro. I was going down the Hunt Club Bridge. I just passed Riverside. I'm going down to the West End, Hunt Club and Greenbank area. That's where I was trying to go. I'm trying to go home.
Yeah.
And then I remember I pass out. All I remember, I hear sirens. The cop comes up to my window. What the fuck you doing? Oh, are you kidding me? You have a death wish? Your eyes are red? He's like, are you smoking weed? I'm like, buddy, I'm in tech, bro. I've been working for 3 days straight. I'm like, I'm just trying to get home.
Yeah, man. Like,
the guy literally, he followed me home, bro. He was a G. He's like, I'll follow you home. I passed out 3 more times. I get home, it's 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. I just finished after 3 days.
Wow.
My mother comes to my room at 8:30. I'm just passed out, bro. My mom is like, get up. What are you doing? What am I... Bro, are you guys human? I just gone to bed after 3 days.
You think
Get up. You have to take your dad's lunch. Haram, you forgot it. Are you... Bro, let me sleep for a bit.
And you don't even have the heart to be
I get so mad. She wouldn't leave me alone. I get so mad. And I can't say shit. You know how
like,
are,
what
bro.
do you know? Like,
what are you going to do? There's a very famous saying in Arabic. It's called "Sakkar ni'aku kul khara." You know, shut your mouth and eat shit. Bro. I don't know how it works. But. So I
we don't
get
all
up.
agree with that, though.
Yeah. So I get up, bro. I'm going to drive to my dad. I'm livid, bro. I'm so mad. I'm going to explode. I'm tired too. So I pick up the cigarette. Did you know I've never smoked a cigarette on an empty stomach? Never in my life.
It's disgusting,
bro. The first time I did it, and I'm so pissed off already, bro. I puff on the cigarette. I'm like, man, this tastes like shit. I'm so mad. I whip it out of the window. I'm like, man, I'm done with cigarettes. This piece of shit doesn't taste good. I never had a craving after that.
That's crazy because I remember me and you, we would
back to back.
We were smoking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not to promote cigarettes. Like honestly, I would like if I I smell cigarettes now and I feel like I get nauseous. You know what I mean? I'm just completely disgusted from it. Right?
Yeah,
You
me
know
too.
what I
I
mean?
can't do it anymore.
So anybody that's smoking around me, I'm just turned off from it right away. You know, especially seeing women smoke or whatever. It's just like I don't know how people are doing it.
It's nuts.
I don't know how
honestly.
I did it, to be honest with you. And
For so long,
for
too.
so long,
We
thinking
did it
that it was
forever.
cool, something. It was like a cool thing or whatever. Oh yeah, I'm loving the
The
cigarette.
parking lot with the Tim Hortons.
It's a habit,
with the
man.
boys.
It's a habit that just keeps going. It keeps like you just don't want to let go of it. You know, like I had a boy of mine actually. You know, actually shout out to my painter, man. You know, Eli. He's Capital Painting. You know,
is he related to you? Because he's also Nasrallah.
No. He's Abu Sha'ara. He's
Is this
maybe
the same
there's a
guy
lot
that-
of no, bro. There's a lot of Eli's. Bro.
I was gonna say, there's another
There's a
guy
lot of
that has
Eli's. He's actually shout out. He's actually in Australia right now doing his
Really?
thing.
Good for him, man. He's playing with the kangaroos.
Oh yeah, man.
and
He
the
actually
koalas.
just sent me some pictures. You know.
Don't stay there, bro. There's no way I want to deal with those bugs out there.
Oh,
Those
he
are
doesn't. He
nuts.
doesn't. He likes it there. He's like, I don't want to come back.
Really?
But it's just the weather. I'll be honest with
Bro,
you.
they have the coral reefs. Everything is beautiful.
It's just
out there.
it's beautiful. Like I'm
100%.
seeing pictures. Like the thing is, I don't think I could last on a flight to go there. I think I would have a heart attack before I'd get there. I don't know how people get on planes for 18, 19 hours and just go. You know what I
couldn't
mean?
tell you. I've never been.
I have ADD, man. Like I lose it, bro. Like I need to get up and start walking around the plane, like doing laps around the plane.
So how did you drive for 26 hours?
Bro, that's different, man.
That's
I had the
wild.
opportunity to be like, I gotta pull over. I need to, I need to do something. You know, you're still like, maybe, you know. Thing is, I'm not a big flyer. I don't like to fly much, man. Like you just see some stupid stuff that happen in the air, but then you stop and think. You're like, okay, you know how many airplanes are in the sky right now? Just flying. You know what I
Wasn't
mean?
there a statistic they say the chances of your plane crashing is like it's like getting struck by lightning or
Bro,
something?
you can win the lottery. They say before you get something happens.
Something like that.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to them, man. If they're clearly they're doing something good with their technologies and the systems that they got in place. But I'll tell you right now, bro, I don't know nothing of flying.
No.
I want to jump on a plane. It's so bad, bro. I'm trying to get out of here.
Yo,
so
well,
bad.
yeah, of course, man. You know what I mean? When like during COVID times, you know what I mean? Like it was it was like 3 years and we didn't go anywhere, man. Like I was sitting at home. Like I usually like to go every year. I like to go somewhere. You know what I mean? Like what
And
we live.
the insanity was the amount of pressure. It's crazy when they were trying to pull that. Obviously, I don't want to get too much into it.
Yeah.
But it was crazy for the people that weren't vaxxed and that were vaxxed, and the amount of pressure that was happening to get the unvaxxed vaxxed.
Oh my god,
it was nuts.
Yeah,
I couldn't. I'm like, you know what? I can't even believe I live in a time where people actually believe, like, they're fed this garbage where I can just strip you of your rights for not being vaxxed. Right? I don't want, like I said, I'm not going to get too much into it. I just found it interesting. It's nobody's business what I am.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
what I mean?
but I just found it was crazy, bro. Like how they were just attacking one another. And I'm like, man, that's like I've heard of divide and conquer, man, but that was
divide and
amazing.
conquer, man.
Whoever did that was
like it kind of like they kept relating it back to like Nazi times where everybody was either you're this or you're that. If you weren't a part of that, then you're
everybody knew your stance on it for sure.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's kind of
I believe
it's
it,
kind
you
of
know
sad,
what?
man. To be honest with you, how it happened.
Let and let live, man. You know, the evidence is out there anyways nowadays if anybody actually wants to take their time and go take a look at it. But I wanna ask you a couple things because we're running out of time.
Tell me.
You have a very interesting life story. Skandar. You have a very interesting life story, bro. Where you came from. You know, obviously I know a lot about what used to go on back in the days. I've known you for a long time. Like I said, you know, when you still had hair, you know. I wanted to get to that part when you still had hair, you know. What would you tell let me ask you this. What would you tell your younger self? If what you knew today, what would you tell your younger self on what to do next when he was 18, 19 years old?
I would tell him to get out of here.
Yeah.
I would tell him to go somewhere warm, man. Leave. Like go somewhere warm at least, and just like yo, by all means, I'm grateful for Ottawa. Ottawa is great, you know what I mean? Like summertime, great times, you know, like it's not too hot, not too, you know, but just the cold is crazy. You know, I would tell him like, you know, want to establish somewhere warm, you know what I mean? And
shout out to somewhere warm, huh?
Shout out to somewhere warm, you know? But I would tell him to really focus and find this passion, you know what I mean? Then and there, you know what I mean? But
Instead of wasting so much time.
But you know what? The journey was that was my journey, man. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't make those mistakes along the way. You know what I mean? If I didn't see, like, I wasn't a bad person, man. You know what I mean? I had a big heart. I helped everybody out.
Heart.
A huge, I helped everybody out. Anybody that needed help, whatever, I was there for. You know what I mean? I was a good friend, so, but just, like I said, go somewhere warm. But
I'm trying to leave. I'm trying to go to Texas, eh?
Huh?
I want to move to Texas next
I
year.
heard great things about Texas.
Honestly,
if you want laborers, you can go to Texas. You find tons.
It's crazy. I can't believe it.
It's crazy, actually. When I was in Florida, I went to a Home Depot. I'm always curious. I want to go see stuff that they have different than we have here. So I went to Home Depot. You actually see them parked outside. Like in the morning, there's maybe like 20 guys. People pull up. I need a drywaller. You know how to who knows how to drywall? They lift their hands up.
No way.
Yeah. They come. I need a guy that does framing. You know how to frame? Let's go.
Wow.
Yeah. If you can't find somebody to help, you can't whatever. There's guys that will help.
Just pull up to Home Depot.
They'll pull up to a Home Depot and they'll help you.
What a joke, honestly. That you can't even. It's crazy. I don't like people knocking the blue collar guys anymore. Everything's about tech and all that. You know what? No. Sure, tech is great, but technology hasn't been able to build your pipes and put them underground and underwater welding and electricians and all that other stuff. Roofers, siding, tiling, kitchens, plumbing. What about all that, man?
Yeah, find me somebody.
I work in the government. You know what? Good for everybody that works in the government. Amazing. But support the blue collar guys.
Straight up.
They make the world go round.
100%. You know what I mean?
100%.
But I don't want to hate on the government workers, but if it wasn't for us,
it's crazy that I'm about to say this. A lot of contractors will be able to resonate with what I'm saying. I feel, and I've seen it with my own eyes, a lot of people don't respect the blue collar guys. They look at them like they're dirty, they're garbage, and it's just like, when your roof leaked and it's a 12-12 pitch and it's like this and you're too scared to go up there, who are you calling?
It's true.
And then at the same time, why aren't you valuing my services? As an example, if I have a service call fee of $2.99 or $3.99, and then oh my God, that's too much.
But we'll go pay for a...
No. Here's my $90,000 truck.
There you go.
A workhorse truck now is $67,000.
Oh, yes.
Plus 4.49%. Okay, here's my $70,000 truck, workhorse. Mm-hmm. There's my $1,000 back rack. I have to get a compliant ladder, right? So it's not just the regular ladders. Here's that. There's another $750.
What was your storage for all this stuff?
And then you know what? Here's my tools. Let's say $1,500 worth of tools or whatever. Here's my gas. Here's my time, and here's for 15 years worth of experience that I have. And then on top of that, here's your harness, here's your lanyard, here's your lifeline. Go ahead. You want me to do all that for $150 or $100?
Come on.
Why is the word profit so taboo nowadays? We're not allowed to make a profit. Then why don't you cut some of your wages?
100%.
At least let me present the value and show what I'm doing. Obviously, you can't say it in these terms. You're just going to offend the guy. You're not closing any deals. But the crazy part is a lot of these people don't show any of these guys respect.
No, they don't.
It's incredible. It always baffles me. But
you know what? I don't mind sometimes people that don't want to get their hands dirty. By all means, you don't have to
call us, respect us.
Call us. We're here for you guys. You know 100%. What I mean? I remember growing up, my dad told me, "Yeah, you should get into the trades. You get into the trades." I'm like, okay, well, I never wanted to be in the trades when I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna do something. Yeah. But again, my father knew what I should have done when I was younger. Started as a kid, you know 100%. What I mean? But it is what it is. That's how life led. It led me to my journey. I experienced. I met you during this journey. You know what I mean?
100%.
And here we are today, sitting talking about our companies, talking about what we're doing in life, how we are in life. You have a family, I have a family. It's
100%. We've run out of time, my brother. Yeah. All I gotta say is always a pleasure. man, thanks for coming, brother. You know what? We got to support each other. We got to
love
support, especially their businesses. Speaking of businesses, anybody wants your services, leave us your link and all that. We're going to leave it in there as well so people can get in contact with you.
100%.
And once again, you said general contracting, right?
I do it. We're actually getting into now more of the demolition bins, but we do general contracting in general. You know what I mean? We do drywall, mudding, tiling, any kind of flooring. In the bathrooms, I specialize in bathrooms. I do a lot of bathrooms.
Very good.
You know what I mean? So give me a shout and we'll go from there.
100%. Go to this website, take a look at the work, you know.
Yao Reno on Instagram, you know. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Google. However,
Alex gets the Frank stamp at this point. You know, I do vouch for his work. Incredible stuff, man.
Thank you so much,
brother.
Man. I appreciate
It was a pleasure. Thanks for coming on, Alex.
Thank you so much for having me, man.